Good morning, I'm Hannah Storm. There's breaking news from Iraq, where the latest violence has claimed at least 6 more American lives. We'll have a live report from Baghdad.
I'm Harry Smith. Bowing to intense pressure, President Bush's national security advisor will testify under oath before the commission investigating 9/11. We'll have the latest.
And I'm Renee Seiler. This 3-year-old boy, allegedly kidnapped by his father, is now back home with his mom, thanks to a sharp-eyed tourist. We'll have this remarkable story early this Wednesday morning, March 31st, 2004.
From CBS News, Harry Smith, Hannah Storm, Julie Chen, and Renee Seiler bring you The Early Show.
Starting up a brand new day.
Live from Fifth Avenue in New York City.
Welcome to monsoon-drenched, almost April, New York. Julia's off again this morning.
Spring is around the corner. Yeah,
Sure.
They keep saying, yeah, but our man Dave Price will be along in a few minutes with the weather.
First, though, we have some news to get to. We want to get right to our top story. Breaking news out of Iraq after another deadly, violent morning. As we've been reporting, 5 American soldiers were killed in a roadside bombing, and U.S. authorities say another American died in a separate incident. CBS News correspondent Kimberly Dozier is live from Baghdad with more. Good morning, Kimberly.
Good morning, Hannah. Well, there have been 2 attacks against coalition forces and Westerners in the Sunni Triangle area west of Baghdad this morning. The Marines were killed by a roadside bomb in the town of Ramadi, and the civilians were killed by gunmen in the town of Fallujah. The civilian cars were driving down the main street in Fallujah. Eyewitnesses say gunmen opened fire, killing at least 4 foreigners inside. It was unclear who the Westerners worked for. What looked like military identification tags and an American passport were found in the wreckage. But the victims were wearing civilian clothes and bulletproof vests, commonly used by foreign contractors, the media, and the military. A crowd of Iraqis attacked what was left of the cars. Eyewitnesses say the crowd dragged at least one of the bodies away, hanging it from a nearby bridge. The attack on the Marines was in the town of Ramadi near Fallujah. Both areas are known for anti-American sentiment and guerrilla activity. U.S. Marines had just replaced the 82nd Airborne in both towns and have already lost men to other roadside bombs. There was also violence in another part of Iraq. An apparent suicide car bomber attacked a local Iraqi official in Bakuba, about an hour north of here. Several of his bodyguards were injured. At least 12 foreigners have been killed in attacks this month alone. So foreign contractors have decreased their number of trips outside Baghdad, and they've increased their security. The problem is there is a temporary U.S. roadblock on the road from here to Jordan, which has forced some cars off the highway through the town of Fallujah. That may have been what put these civilians this morning into harm's way. Hannah?
CBS's Kimberly Dozier in Baghdad. Thank you. As we noted, the president's national security advisor is expected to testify under oath before the 9/11 Commission by the end of next week. CBS News White House correspondent Bill Plant has the latest. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning to you, Hannah. It was a concession to political reality. The president has agreed to let Condoleezza Rice testify in public and under oath, something he has been resisting for months.
I've ordered this level of cooperation because I consider it necessary to gaining a complete picture of the months and years that preceded the murder of our fellow citizens on September the 11th, 2001.
Mr. Bush also agreed to meet the full 10-member commission in private, together with the vice president. Both men had said that they would talk only with the 2 chairs.
Basically, the White House bowed to the inevitable and they conceded to the obvious.
Today I have informed
the White House flip-flop came after a week of stinging criticism of the president's handling of terrorism from former advisor Richard Clark, and heavy pressure to reverse course from Republicans as well as Democrats.
In the end, I suspect that the president and the White House understood that it was very important for the public, as well as for the commission's work, that Dr. Rice be allowed to testify in public.
The White House had insisted that officials not confirmed by the Senate, like Dr. Rice, and who give advice to the president, traditionally do not testify before Congress. Under the terms of the deal, the commission won't ask for any more public testimony from anyone, including Rice, and her appearance won't set a precedent for future requests from Congress.
have the
When she does appear before the commission, Rice will be asked about the differences between some of her public statements and those of Richard Clark.
There were, as you know, some statements made by Mr. Clark that she has now disagreed to in interviews, perhaps with some of you.
The White House is trying to regain the high ground after more than a week of being on the defensive, and the stakes could not be higher because what's at question here is the president's leadership in the war on terror, which is the basis of his re-election campaign. Anna?
All right, CBS's Bill Plan at the White House. Thank you. And buckle your seatbelts. Record gas prices could be going even higher. OPEC says it may cut oil production starting tomorrow. Meanwhile, the presidential candidates are getting plenty of mileage out of the price hike. CBS News correspondent Jerry Bowen reports.
The issue is gas prices.
Would you like to see something done about it?
Well, I think something needs to be done about it.
And in San Diego, America's gas price capital, will regular averages $2.12 a gallon. John Kerry was on the attack.
If the gas prices keep rising at the rate they're going now, Dick Cheney and George Bush are going to have to carpool to work.
And the Bush campaign attacked back with a new ad.
Some people have wacky ideas, like taxing gasoline more so people drive less. That's John Kerry. He supported a 50-cent-a-gallon gas tax.
Not true, said candidate Kerry, who proposed lowering gas prices by leaning on the OPEC nations.
We should be putting pressure on OPEC to raise the supply.
Just what candidate Bush called for in 2000.
And the President of the United States must jawbone OPEC members to lower the price.
His spokesman says President Bush is now telling OPEC nations that market forces should dictate oil prices. And Mr. Bush is opposed to another Kerry idea to increase gas supplies by stopping the diversion of oil to the nation's strategic petroleum reserve. In some key swing states, gas prices could be the deciding issue.
Their approach is to the solution to these high gas prices is just to make sure that nobody has a job to drive to.
And the candidates are pumped.
I wanted you to pay all that money at the pump and wouldn't even throw in a free car wash.
For an election showdown more than 7 months away. Jerry Bowen, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Meanwhile, the nation's third largest oil refinery is back online after a huge explosion. It touched off a fire at the BP refinery 40 miles southeast of Houston. There were no injuries. And a traffic nightmare, at least one of them, is over. Interstate 95 in Connecticut is now open after a tanker fire damaged a bridge last week. But in Detroit, an accident forced I-75 to close for the second time in a week. And there were courtroom fireworks in the Scott Peterson trial as the defense yesterday attacked a prospective juror. Gloria Gomez of our Sacramento station KOVR has details. Good morning, Gloria.
Good morning, Hannah. It was a courtroom confrontation no one expected, including the potential juror who was on the receiving end. Some courtroom observers describe it as a Perry Mason moment.
He came right at her in a full frontal attack.
It happened when defense attorney Mark Garagos delivered a blistering attack to a potential juror.
He accused her of, when she got on the jury, telling people she was going to try and become the foreperson and try and sway the entire jury towards not only convicting him, but sentencing him to death.
Garagos accused the 60-year-old woman of telling her friends on a bus trip, quote, "He's going to get what's due to him. He was guilty as hell, and we're going to get him." Bonnie Bennett and her daughter Lisa were in the courtroom during the tense moments.
It was almost like she was glaring at Scott, and it almost looked like she looked very angry when he accused her of saying all those things on the bus.
Unshaken by the confrontation, the woman denied the allegations. Later, Garagos expressed disappointment.
To think that anybody would lie their way onto a jury in order to execute somebody is mind-boggling to me, that here in America that can happen.
I think they're going to become a celebrity.
Defense attorney Dean Johnson says weeding out stealth jurors isn't easy. They come with a hidden agenda.
We always hear the jokes about people shaping their answers to get off the jury. These are people who shape their answers to get onto the jury.
In the meantime, if the judge feels this woman lied under oath, she could face perjury charges. The judge says he'll make a decision in the next couple of weeks. Hannah?
KOVR's Gloria Gomez, thank you. And Michael Jackson's 14-year-old accuser reportedly gave secret grand jury testimony Tuesday in California. Jackson himself was in Washington. The pop star is there to receive an award for his work fighting AIDS in Africa. Jackson met with several lawmakers on Capitol Hill. As now we head over to Dave Price for our first check of the weather. Dave, is now the time to make those travel reservations to Arizona?
Arizona, 97 degrees. Go to Utah, go to Idaho. What a day from Pocatello to St. George to Salt Lake City, Boise as well. Gorgeous out there. Temperatures in the upper 70s. Southwest looks terrific, everybody. Florida, nice too. But the Appalachians, the Northeast, soggy stuff, and that continues for the next several days. That's a look at the national map. Now here's an early look at what's going on in your area.
Good morning. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies out there. No rain for today, just a chilly morning for you. Temperatures in the mid-30s and our daytime high only at 56 degrees. We are going to see a little bit more sunshine as we head into the afternoon hours, but the clouds are going to linger on for today and for tomorrow morning. Then the sunshine will come out and we're looking for a ridge of high pressure to start to settle in. Temperatures warming up in the mid-60s on Friday and Saturday. A beautiful weekend ahead with temperatures staying in the mid-60s.
We'll see you again in a little under half an hour. Over to you, Harry.
All right, thanks, Dave. As we said, the White House has agreed to allow National Security Advisor Condoleezza Rice to testify publicly before a bipartisan panel investigating the 9/11 attacks. Former New Jersey Governor Thomas Kean is chairman of the commission. He's with us this morning. You clearly see discrepancies between what Dr. Rice has said, not only to the panel, but in public, and what Richard Clark said before the panel last weekend in his private testimony before the panel as well. In fact, you said on Monday you wanted her testimony under penalty of perjury. That's under oath. Why?
Well, first of all, every other witness we've had publicly has been under oath. We put Colin Powell under oath, Donald Rumsfeld under oath, officials from the Clinton administration were under oath, and it made no sense then to have one person who wasn't under oath. So just for public credibility and everything else, we wanted to put her under oath.
What is the most important question you feel like you need to ask?
Wow, we got so many questions. We want to hear about the transition. I mean, what did she learn from the Clinton people about terrorism, what they knew? Then what kind of policy did the Bush people that was different from the Clinton administration? What did they know? What did they know about Al-Qaeda and bin Laden? Those kind of questions. And, of course, what differences there are between what she said and what other people said. Because as a commission, we've got to sort that out before we make a report to the American people.
Because Richard Clark, in his book and in his testimony last week that we all watched on television, basically said, or claims anyway, that the Clinton White House got it. They had a clear view of the threat of Al-Qaeda, and that when the transition came, that was not a case he could sell to the Bush administration. Does he seem credible to you? Does that claim seem credible to you?
Well, he was a good witness and a very, very important witness because he went over both administrations. On the other hand, we know now that the head of the CIA briefed the president every single morning. They got together on this stuff. So the president was certainly well informed on it. Now, whether or not Mr. Clark was in the loop the way he should have been, my suspicion is, in the two administrations, that looking at hindsight, that there's some blame to go around. But we just got to sort it out. We had a lot of testimony. We had 15 hours in private from Mr. Clark, as well as 5 hours in private from Condoleezza Rice.
And was there a very large, because some Republicans claimed afterwards, well, they said one thing in private during 15 hours and a completely different. Was there a big difference?
Well, that's not that great a difference. A difference in emphasis, a difference in other things. I also want to go over his testimony before the special committee of the Congress and see if there are any differences there.
Part of the deal that was struck yesterday is that you'll get both President Bush and Vice President Cheney in private, not under oath. Why not under oath?
First of all, it's very unusual for presidents to testify or meet with any kind of a commission. Most presidents have refused in the past. In fact, Lyndon Johnson didn't testify before the...
Sent a written statement.
Yeah, sent a written statement. And secondly, I don't think any presidents have gone under oath. So we're happy just to have him talk to us. We'll get information from him. And also the vice president out there has some very important information.
Do you feel like you have gotten the cooperation you have sought from the Bush administration?
Yeah, we have gotten a lot of cooperation. Some of the conditions that we've been put under at times have been onerous and difficult, but in the end, we've now gotten, best I knowledge, every single document we've requested. We've got over 2 million of them. We've seen everybody we asked to see, so we're going to get the information we need to put together the report and hopefully make recommendations for the American people.
And there was a hope that this would be available, or at least you'd be able to deliver it by July. Now there's some thought that it's got to be vetted through the White House. When do you really, realistically think we're going to see the results of this report?
Well, we're going to have our work done in July, no question about it. We'll have the report ready for the American public. Now, every report like this, based on classified information, has got to be vetted.
Right.
And how long that'll take, we're going to do everything we can to expedite it, but we can't predict that, but hopefully in July.
Governor, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
We
Harry.
appreciate your work. Now, here's Renee and Hannah.
All right, Harry, thanks. Up next, the latest on that missing college student in Wisconsin.
And in our next half hour, more on the alleged kidnapping of a young boy foiled by a quick-thinking.
We've made a double special purchase.
A Steely Posturepedic or a Simmons Beauty Rest Pillow Top Queen Set for just $5.99.
That's right, a Posturepedic or Beauty Rest Pillow Top Queen Set for just $5.99.
It's not too late to sleep like a baby. Mattress World.
Through Monday, choose a mattress set over $4.99 and get free sheets, pillows, pillowcases, and free financing. The free event through Monday.
Why buy a mattress anywhere else?
Tomorrow, the Survivor All-Stars from Pearl Island's John Dalton and from Africa, Brandon Quinton analyze the game and predict what'll happen next. More people are watching The Early Show.
Here in this part of LA, our community's been overlooked by a lot of organizations. But when Walmart came in, they let us know that they care. Walmart has revitalized this corner. They've moved into a building that had been empty for over 5 years.
They've brought jobs to the community.
They've given to a lot of the programs that help our youth.
They've brought a sense of respect back to the area.
Walmart has done so much for my community. Because they're here, we've got a new sense of hope.
Thank heaven for little girls. For little girls get bigger every day. Thank heaven.
Just think, one delicious Viactive Soft Calcium Chew twice every day gives you the same calcium as those big chalky pills. You may be all grown up, but you don't have to feel that way. Viactive. Be sweet to your bones.
For the first time on DVD, you can share the adventure, the magic, and play and sing along with Derek, Princess Odette, and friends on 2 enchanting DVDs. The Swan Princess and the Swan Princess and the Mystery of the Enchanted Treasure. Rated G.
I've made some big calls in front of loud crowds and menacing linemen. I also made the call to go see my doctor and ask about Prevacid.
Call now for a 7-day free trial certificate and ask your doctor if prescription Prevacid is right for you.
Hand me down the walking cane, hand me down my hat. Oh, hey, y'all, prepare yourself for the rubber band. Man, you're bound to lose control when the rubber band starts to jam. How much of this stuff do we think we can stand? So much rhythm, grace, and debonair for one man? No, rubber band man, get down, brother.
Welcome back to The Early Show. I'm Hannah Storm. Ahead on Health Watch, the latest on stretching. But first, here's Renee.
Thanks, Hannah. The search for a missing student at the University of Wisconsin is intensifying. Police have searched Audrey Sealer's dormitory and also obtained her phone records. Sealer was captured on this surveillance tape, leaving her dorm early Saturday morning. That was the last time she was seen. Audrey's parents, Stephanie and Keith Sealer, and Officer Larry Kamholtz with the Madison Police Department are in Madison, Wisconsin this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Stephanie, let me start with you. This has got to be such a difficult time for your family. How are you guys doing?
As well as we can do, I guess, right now. We have such support from family and friends that I think that's what's carrying us through right now.
Yeah. She's been missing for 3 days now, 4 days now. What do you know? What's the latest information you have, Keith?
That there's a continuing effort to try to locate Audrey by the Madison law enforcement, and our family and friends are still searching. We're following every possible lead and tip that comes our way.
Have you had an opportunity, Keith, to speak with any of her friends? Have any of them perhaps shed any light as to why she was leaving her dormitory at 2:30 in the morning on that Saturday? Where she was going?
Actually, everybody that knows Audrey is baffled by that. Obviously, Audrey had a good reason to leave at that time, just that we don't happen to know what that reason is at this time.
Officer Kamholtz, we spoke yesterday. We talked about the thousands of emails resulting in hundreds of tips about Audrey Seeler. Is there anything new, anything substantial in this investigation to report?
Not at this point. We are still trying to go through the many tips that we were receiving and document those and send officers and detectives out on those tips, but we have nothing significant at this point. Like the parents have said, that we've been combing the area, the hundreds and hundreds of volunteers that have come from the hometown where Audrey's from, and as many volunteers from our community have been searching, but we have not found anything significant to help us locate Audrey.
Stephanie, let me ask you about this attack back in February. Audrey was hit from behind and knocked unconscious. Did she talk to you at all about that attack? And is it your belief that that has anything to do with her disappearance now?
I don't believe that that has anything to do with it, but we don't know for sure. She did talk about it, but Audrey is very independent and straightforward and wanted to get back to school and her life, and she really had no evidence of wanting to think about that incident.
Oh, Officer Larry Kamholtz, thanks for the update. And Keith and Stephanie Seeler, our thoughts are with you. We wish you the best in this. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
If you have any information about Audrey Seeler's whereabouts, you can call Madison Police at 1-608-266-6014 or log on to findaudrey.wisc.edu. We'll be right back.
This portion of the early show sponsored by Remax. Outstanding agents, outstanding results.
Francesca! Francesca!
Lisa! Hi! I thought I'd find you here. We found a buyer for your house. We got what we were hoping for. I couldn't wait to tell you.
Thanks.
Nobody works harder for you than RE/MAX. That's why nobody in the world sells more real estate.
Own CSI, the complete third season on DVD. All 23 episodes presented in widescreen with many exclusive audio commentaries and bonus features. CSI, the complete third season. Own it today on DVD.
Honey, come quick. There's French toast on the TV.
Well, get a sponge and clean it off.
No, it's an ad on TV for Denny's French Toast Slam.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, and just $4.99.
Let's go. I don't feel like cooking.
Ah, you never feel like cooking.
When the unexpected happens, no one is more focused on getting things back to normal again than your farmer's agent. Isn't that what auto insurance is supposed to do?
It's wonderful.
Farmers Auto Insurance. Get you back where you belong.
Did you hear? There's a new in-home test from Estroven for menopause.
Oh, please. I'm not ready for menopause yet.
Didn't you say that you were having mood swings?
Well, yeah.
Been feeling irritable?
Sometimes.
Getting hot flashes?
Is that what that was?
Take the Estroven Menopause Monitor Test. It tells you where you are with menopause. It's quick, it's so easy, and it's 99% accurate.
I'll take it.
Take the new Estroven Menopause Monitor Test and take the mystery out of menopause, only from the makers of Estroven.
It would be a relief to know.
This spring, color that fits at Sears. Discover color that fits, and this week's spring fashions are on sale, so hurry in. Sears, good life, great price.
Allergies used to take the fun out of games. Now, I'm Claritin Clear.
Up here, I gotta be alert. Claritin relieves my toughest symptoms without putting me in a fog.
Claritin Clear means non-drowsy 24-hour relief.
There's Clear, then there's Claritin Clear.
Don't miss the funniest film in years.
You will laugh riotously.
With Tom Hanks' best performance since Forrest Gump.
4 stars.
It's hilarious. The Lady Killers. Rated R. See it now.
Family Connection. Real issues and real solutions for Northwest families. News that's to the point. This is a Coin 6 News Morning News Update.
And good Wednesday morning. I'm Dave Erickson at 7:25. Katie Baker has the day's weather in just a moment. First, team coverage of your morning commute. We've got Ron O'Brien in Portland and Trooper Garver March across the river in Clark County watching those roads. Good morning, Trooper Gar.
Take over Trooper Gar's obviously got his hands full with something going on. I-5 southbound is good, though, in Vancouver. It looks good approaching the Interstate Bridge, and down in Delta Park, some slowing. That is about it. Lighter than usual. I-84 inbound, not a bad drive. Less than 8 minutes, 205 down to Y-5. Trip on 84 now. I-5 northbound, good into the Terwilliger curves. Brief flowing further south, back approaching the Lake Oswego exit. And the sunset's lighter than usual until you get close in. There's some pretty thick traffic shortly after the zoo down to the tunnel, but it does look good further back. Ron O'Brien's Coin 6 News. Back to you, Dave.
Ron, thank you. Days after the father of her child was shot by a Portland police officer, the ex-girlfriend of James Perez is talking. Gwen Price and Perez broke up weeks ago but remained good friends as they raised their 6-year-old son, James Perez Jr. Price says she doesn't believe police explanations that Perez was doing drugs and struggling with officers before he was killed. Police investigators say Officer Jason Seary fired that feared that Perez was armed, resulting in Seary firing his weapon. Our next local news update's coming up at 7:55. Your forecast first with Katie Baker is next.
The rush is on to Binion's 50% off sale. This week only, save 50% off both frames and lenses. And not just select frames like the other stores. Get half off every frame in the store. Choose from over 1,000 frames, including our best designer frames. Then save 50% off lenses, including bifocals, progressives, and even our thinnest, lightest lenses. So get going, get shopping, and get 50% off both frames and lenses through Saturday. The 50% off sale this week only at Binion's. Why pay more?
As your family grows, so do their needs. Is your life insurance coverage keeping up? To help you be absolutely sure, talk to someone who's seen a few changes themselves.
We live where you live.
For life insurance, call your State Farm agent.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You know who you are. From the ankles up, life is good. But for your feet, sheer heck. Uncomfortable, poorly fitting shoes are clamping your style. Come to Jay's Wide Shoes. You'll find a whole wide world of stylish, top-quality wide shoes for men and women. And you'll find a perfect fit. So free your feet. Shop at Jay's. Jay's Wide Shoes in Clackamas Promenade and in Beaverton at Canyon Place. Good morning. Mostly cloudy skies out there for this morning. We should see a few patches of blue skies by the afternoon, and it is chilly. Temperatures in the mid-30s right now, warming up into the 50s as we head into the afternoon with your daytime high at 56 degrees. A little bit more sun later on in the day, but we are watching this weak front move some clouds into our region. As it passes by, we'll see more sunshine for this afternoon and more sunshine for tomorrow. Temperatures starting to warm up into the low 60s tomorrow, 66 on Friday, and the weekend looking gorgeous with sunshine and in the mid-60s.
When I saw pictures of myself on our family vacation, I destroyed them. Because at 178 pounds, you don't want to be reminded. When I realized I was removing myself from our family's memories, I called Jenny Craig.
Jenny Craig's Ultimate Choice program gives you personal support with simple ways to lose weight that fit the way you live.
I lost 50 pounds with Jenny Craig, and I feel great about myself again. And I've got the pictures to prove it.
For the first time ever, get a free 14-day trial plus the cost of food. Limited time offer. Call 1-800-JENNY20 now. Introducing Kenmore refrigerators with pure ultimate water filtration. No one else has it. A built-in pure water filter gives you bottled water quality through the door. And that includes ice, too. In short, Kenmore brings your family a better drink of water. So come in today and ask about Kenmore with Pure. Kenmore, ideas for the good life. Only at Sears.
Watch Jeff Gianola and Julie Emery tonight on Coin 6 News at 5 and 6.
8 months after he was taken out of the country by his father, little Jacob Clenny is back home with his mom, thanks to a quick-thinking American tourist who spotted the pair while she was vacationing in Belize. Straight ahead, we're going to have the latest on this amazing story when we talk to Jacob and his mom. We're going to hear from that woman, and we'll tell you why that picture that you just saw was the key to bringing little Jacob back home, as we welcome you all back to the early show.
It is an amazing story. Also ahead, a medical breakthrough for people who suffer from epilepsy, a rarely used surgical procedure that could make thousands seizure-free.
Listen to this. We've always been told, right, that stretching before exercise is the best way to avoid injuries. Coming up in Health Watch, we'll tell you why experts now believe that is not true, and we'll show you the best way to warm up before working out. First, though, Dave has another check of the weather. Hi, Dave.
Hey, guys.
What's he doing?
I'm just limbering up.
Not before the weather.
Yes, after you cool down.
Okay, I'm going to watch. I'll learn. Folks, nice to see you. We have friends from the University of Michigan outside. We're going to hear and see them in just a little while. In the meantime, let's see what's happening all across the country. Oh, it is going to be miserable for days. If you're in the Northeast, gusty winds, temperatures in the 30s and 40s, even some wet mountain snow. Now, checking the rest of the country, everybody, it looks like the Southeast is good. Much needed rain, in fact, for portions of the Southeast from Georgia into the Carolinas. 70s and 80s in Texas. Southwest looks good, and some mountain rain and snows in the Pacific Northwest. That's a look at the national map. Now a look at what's going on in your area.
Good morning. It's a chilly morning out there. Mostly cloudy skies, but no rain, at least not very much moving across the region. We are going to stay dry with a little bit of sunshine, especially later on in the day. Temperatures will warm up, just not that much. 50 degrees by noontime, and by the afternoon looking at 56. We are going to see more clouds move on shore, looking for a cloudy start tomorrow morning. Then this weak system will move on through. We'll have some sunshine, and temperatures should warm up into the mid-60s by the weekend.
That's your latest weather. We're out on the plaza at 8 o'clock. Over to you, Hannah.
Thanks, Dave. As you mentioned a few minutes ago, a young Texas boy who police say was kidnapped by his father 8 months ago is now back home, thanks to a Minnesota woman's motherly instincts. The father is facing criminal charges. CBS News correspondent Cynthia Bowers reports.
The tropical paradise of Belize is considered by many to be the perfect getaway. And that's how David Clenny was allegedly using it until an intuitive tourist arrived from Minnesota.
When you see a white man and this white little 4-year-old little boy, they just stood out like a sore thumb.
And Barb Quinlan's radar went up.
I just got more and more suspicious because there was never a mom there ever with the two of them.
That's the way Clenny wanted it. The FBI says the Texas man didn't like his custody arrangement and ran off with his son. Using allegedly forged documents, he took the 3-year-old from San Angelo through Cancun, Mexico, on to Belize, where they lived quietly until last month.
If you have a story like this, if it were true, you need evidence, you need proof.
So she set out to get it with the help of her skeptical fiancé, Murray Cadle.
She switched places because David was standing beside me and said, "Here, take a picture of me." So I got him in the background.
When Quinlan got back to Minnesota, she printed the photos but wasn't sure what to do next. Then amazingly, she got a mailer about missing kids, logged onto the website and discovered the boy had been kidnapped.
I think it really demonstrates the power of technology and the power of the web, and most importantly, the power of individual people to make a difference.
A difference in the life of a child like Jake. Cynthia Bowers, CBS News, Chicago.
And Jacob Clenny, very sleepy and a little bit shy, is here this morning with his mother, Heather. Good morning.
Good morning.
Heather, I know Jacob's been back with you for a few days. What's it been like?
Great. He's just been playing with his sisters and just getting back in our touch and bonding and starting all over again.
Boy, you went through so much over the last 8 months. What, you traveled to 14 states,
Yes.
put up posters,
Yes.
did everything you could, and were you just shocked that he was in another country?
Yes.
That's where he was found?
Very shocked. I had a feeling he would be out of the country. I didn't think he'd be that far.
He never would have been found had it not been for this woman, Barb Quinlan. I know you were able to speak with her on the phone on Monday, but we do have her here in person this morning. And we're real anxious for you to meet her because I'm sure you would like to give her a big hug and a big thanks, right?
Thank you. She's an angel, sent from God.
Definitely heaven sent. Barb, it's just remarkable. There he is.
Remember Barbara?
Yeah.
I'm a little tired.
Well, Barb, you've seen this little guy before. You saw him when you were on vacation with your fiance in Belize. You kind of thought something was up, right?
Exactly.
And what was the moment when you really thought, this just is not right, this situation?
I guess after a couple of days I'd been there, and always seeing David there with Jake, and there was never no mom. There was never, the mom was not around or anything. And then during the Super Bowl party, when it went on all day and into the night, and he was still up at 11 o'clock at night, you know, and it was, I just knew it wasn't right, that something was wrong, and being that he was the only little white boy on the island, you know, it was another bizarre situation, so.
So you get your fiancé to take this remarkable picture. You pretend like you're having your picture taken.
Yes.
Right? But you position yourself next to, there he is, Jacob's dad, so you could get him on film.
Exactly.
Right? And then you go home and you have this flyer in your mailbox, right, about missing children, which had the website.
Exactly.
The Center for Missing and Exploited Children. So you go to that website and you match up the picture with the picture that you took on vacation. Look at this. You see it's the same man. What's your reaction?
I screamed. I said, Murray, come here quick. I said, it's Jake, it's him, you know.
And then when you heard, Heather, you get this phone call out of the blue that your son has been found in Belize. What was your reaction?
Wow. Actually, it was quite interesting how I found out. The deputy that I reported all this with brought me the picture. So he was been a good friend for 12 years. And when he told me, I was just, oh my gosh, I don't know. I just didn't know what to say.
It took a couple of weeks. You went with FBI authorities.
Yes, actually, it took over a month before I actually got to go down there and
describe what it was like when you were finally had your baby back in your arms. Here.
I just held him and squeezed him, and he was like, he just laid on my shoulder and just hugged me, just held me, and it was great. It was unbelievable.
Possibly put into words your feelings about Barb?
I can't. I'm so glad I got to meet her. I didn't think I'd have this opportunity.
Me neither.
And Barb, for you to just to have that hunch, to follow through, to go to the lengths that you did, and then what's it like for you to see them together?
It's awesome. It's the best thing ever.
And maybe this is something that our audience could take with them to really, keep your head up, right?
Yes,
follow your
keep
instincts.
your eyes and ears open and follow your instincts, your gut feeling. Go for it. If you feel something's not right, then check into it.
Because you never know, could have a happy ending like this.
That's right.
Well, we're so happy for you two to meet and you to be back with your precious little son.
Thank you.
Thanks all of you for sharing this remarkable story.
Thank
That's
you.
Heather and Jacob Clenny and Barb Quinlan. Now here's Harry.
Beautiful story. Thanks, Hannah. Coming up next, a surgical procedure that could bring relief to people with severe forms of epilepsy. A little bit later on, Bright Ideas for the Home will show you how to choose the right lights for your needs. And we'll get a preview of The Prince and Me from its star, Julia Stiles. You're watching The Early Show on CBS.
Coin 6 News is news that's to the point. But what does that mean for you?
It means bringing you new information and not repeating the same facts.
It's how we tell the stories. We cut to the chase, spending only the time that's needed to give you the important details.
To the point means complete coverage of the issues that affect you, giving you the whole story quickly.
More news with no fluff. Weeknights at 5, 6, and 11. Coin 6 News. News that's to the point.
We made a double special purchase.
A Steely Posturepedic or a Simmons Beauty Rest Pillow Top Queen Set for just $5.99.
That's right, a Posturepedic or Beauty Rest Pillow Top Queen Set for just $5.99.
It's not too late to sleep like a baby. Mattress World.
My husband fights the same battles for the same pests year after year. You live in a pest-free paradise? How do you do it?
I don't. I trust the professionals at Eden Advanced Pest Technology.
Eden's Enhanced Service Program provides year-round protection from rodents and most pests using the latest low-impact methods. It's a natural systems approach to pest management. The technicians are friendly and really care about the health of your family and your yard. Life's nicer when you come to Eden.
January 2006. Look at it. Put it in perspective. Over 20 months from now. That's how long you could wait to make your first payment on the beautiful Wix furniture you buy right now. It seems incredible. It is incredible. Put just 10% down. There's no payments and no interest until January 2006. No interest adding up. No interest period until January 2006. Minimum purchase $300. The real deal. Now at Wix Furniture.
Now's the time to get great Toyota values. Like on the legendary and popular Camry. Get 1.9% financing for up to 60 months, or choose $1,000 cash on the best-selling car in America. Plus, the amazing Camry was once again named a Consumer's Digest Best Buy. Don't miss Toyota's nationwide sales event with legendary quality, incredible selection, and values. Hey, what's not to like?
The rush is on to Binion's 50% off sale. This week only, save 50% off both frames and lenses. Choose from every frame in the store, including designer frames. So get going and save 50% off through Saturday at Binion's. Why pay more?
Nearly 3 million Americans suffer from epilepsy. Many of them find that drugs do not effectively control their seizures. Now, a life-changing brain surgery available that could bring relief. Doctors say it works so well, it should be the first treatment, not a last resort. Early Show national correspondent Hattie Kaufman has more.
It is a huge feeling of liberation. I've always been an independent person, wanting to go where I've wanted to go, and I couldn't.
21-year-old Chelsea Henry doesn't take anything for granted. Simple, everyday things like riding a bike, making breakfast, or fixing her hair were once impossible.
So growing up, you had no idea there was any problem?
Just a normal kid. Nothing out of the ordinary with Chelsea.
Until she was 16 and the bizarre behavior began.
Pouring milk into her shoe.
Her shoe?
For breakfast. The very next day, she was playing backgammon with me, and moving the piece stopped, just like that, froze.
Frozen in a seizure. For 10 to 30 seconds, Chelsea would blank out and then be disoriented for up to an hour afterwards.
This isn't the flu. This isn't a cold. This isn't something Mom can fix.
Chelsea was diagnosed with temporal lobe epilepsy. Medication proved ineffective in stopping her seizures. Leaving her alone for just a moment was dangerous.
So I was curling my hair like this. I must have had a seizure and held it against my chin.
I can see a little bit of a scar. Is that it right there?
Yeah, pretty much.
She burned her face so bad that we had to go to a plastic surgeon.
At school, Chelsea's teenage friends didn't know how to react to her epilepsy.
It's got to hurt.
Yes, it's the most painful thing to have social rejection.
Chelsea faced a lifetime of constantly being watched, of never having any time to herself. Her parents learned about a surgery that could cure her, but they were understandably nervous.
You're going into this knowing they're going to remove a chunk of your child's brain.
Infection. You know, they might never make it off the table. They might not have any memories left whatsoever.
But you hear all of this and you decide to go for it anyway.
You have to give your child a chance at a normal life.
UCLA is one of 20 hospitals now doing clinical trials on early surgical intervention for epilepsy.
Epilepsy surgery is arguably the most underutilized, accepted medical treatment today.
Dr. Jerome Engel, Chelsea's surgeon, says patients too often wait decades before trying the operation.
You can rescue them from a lifetime of disability. And it's not often as physicians we have an opportunity to do that.
Yet only 1% of epilepsy patients who could benefit from surgery ever try it.
You get to have a life.
I get to have a life. A life not dependent on other people.
Consider she can, for the first time, get a driver's license. But that's not all. She's gone rock climbing, rappelling. Without the fear of seizures, she's reclaimed the outdoors.
Here you are, this beautiful spot on your bike. You can get out and enjoy nature now.
Not just enjoy it by myself.
Ah, that's key.
The biggest moment in her recovery came early this year when Chelsea moved into her own apartment.
Oh, you must feel so happy.
You have no idea.
Can you put into words what this has meant to her? Freedom. Because many times she would say, I feel like I'm in prison.
We waited 3 years with Chelsea. Many people have waited 20 years and have suffered and lost half of their lives.
Do you feel like you're really living now?
Yes. Finally, I know what it is to live a normal life.
For The Early Show, Hattie Kaufman, CBS News, Albuquerque.
Dr. Engel says the success rate is around 80%. Neurologists say this surgery is only recommended for patients whose seizures are not controlled by medication. Coming up next, how to avoid injuries while exercising. Here's a hint: stretching is not the best thing you can do. This is The Early Show on CBS.
The Subaru all-wheel drive-away, starring Subaru Forester, the best small SUV ever crash-tested. 1.9 APR for 63 months. Subaru WRX, 0 to 60 in 5.4 seconds. 750 cash back or 1.9 APR. And Subaru Outback, all-wheel drive ruggedness and car-like ride. Up to $1,500 cash back or 1.9 APR. Get the best deals ever at the Subaru all-wheel drive-away, now through March 31st.
Right now at Key Home Furnishings in Lake Oswego, we're finishing our end-of-winter clearance sale. Our everyday low prices are guaranteed to be the best prices for up to 30 days after you make your purchase. Better than department stores, outlet stores, or even liquidation sales. And right now, we are offering an additional 30 to 70% off those low prices on hundreds of items store-wide. Like a sofa you would compare out for over $1,000 will now cost you under $400. But don't wait. Hurry in. Discover the difference at Key Home Furnishings. Thank you.
Tomorrow, the Survivor All-Stars. From Pearl Island's John Dalton and from Africa, Brandon Quinton analyze the game and predict what'll happen next. More people are watching The Early Show.
Come in now to Sears. It's the best time to buy lawn gear at the lowest prices of the season. The Craftsman Lawn Ace Mower with a fresh start system. The Lawn Tamer Tractor powered by an 18-horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine. Both at the lowest prices of the season. Sears has gear experts who'll fix you up with the right products at a great price. Hurry in for the lowest prices of the season, because right now is the best time to buy lawn gear, and you deserve the good life. Sears, good life, great price.
V8, drink it, feel it.
This is crabgrass. I don't want to see crabgrass in my lawn. We put down Scott's Turf Builder with Halts in the early spring.
That's the only thing I ever use. Scott's puts this protective barrier over the lawn.
And it stops the crabgrass from germinating. Turf Builder with Halts, the best defense against crabgrass.
Breakthrough. He was sworn to serve our country in Iraq, but then he deserted his unit.
Are you a coward?
His exclusive story from the front lines, tonight at 8, 7 Central.
It's been complete madness, and now it's down to the Final Four. First, Georgia Tech collides with Oklahoma State. Then Connecticut battles Duke Saturday on CBS.
The Early Show continues now from the General Motors building in New York City.
For decades, we've been told the best way to avoid exercise injuries is to stretch out before working out. But according to a new Centers for Disease Control study, that may not be the best approach. Nikki Kimbrough, a fitness trainer from Bally Total Fitness, is here to explain. Nikki, good morning.
Good morning, Renee.
I was an athlete in college and high school, and I was a hurdler, and we used to always stretch out before we did hurdles. Now what? That's not what we're supposed to do?
Well, the big thing is stretching lengthens your muscles beyond your natural range of motion. So if your muscles aren't warmed up, what happens is your muscles get cold and they go into this shock. So you want to warm up That's great at preventing injuries.
And
more so
that's
than
not stretching. Those are different
That's not
things.
stretching, right. Warming up. Like, say when you get to the gym, get on a cardiovascular, do a cardiovascular activity for about 10 minutes, like walking or running on the treadmill, or using that great elliptical machine, or even jumping rope is great. And then another great thing is, right after you do that, you want to do some type of pre-activity just to get that body warmed up and knowing that you're about to work out.
Let me guess, you're going to show us.
That's right, Renee, because you're in great shape. So what we're going to do, we're going to go into those squats. We're going to make sure we're shoulder width apart, arms out, and we're just going to go down. No weights. This is after you do the 10-minute cardiovascular activity. We're letting the body know that we're lifting the muscles, and we're stretching and lifting and contracting those muscles. So
just a nice, slow,
Just a nice, slow squat after you do the 10-minute cardiovascular activity.
How long are we going to do this for?
We're going to do just maybe good 10 to 12.
Okay.
And the next thing we want to do, you can go into a lunge, go into a great lunge. And the great thing about the lunge, just like that stretching, we've warmed up those muscles, and when we go down, we're also waking up those muscles while also taking it beyond the range of motion just a little bit.
Right.
You feel that?
Right, and then we'll need to do this on both legs.
Do this on both legs, like, so let's switch. And then also the great thing about the lunge is you're also getting your balance. And the great thing about balance, that also helps prevent injury.
Okay.
Now, since we're talking about balance, Renee, we're going to kick it up a notch with this warm-up activity.
I was afraid
we're
you'd
going to
say
kick this
that.
mat out the way. We're going to get these great Bosu balls. And let's jump on here. And we're going to take that warm-up squat and take it down to a squat on the Bosu ball.
Now, this is all core strength stuff because we have to find our balance and then do the exercise.
Exactly. So we're engaging the abs and the lower back muscles. Renee, you look good, girl.
This is hard.
You look great. Look at you. Look at you. Now we're going to take it back to that lunge. Once again, just taking it down nice and easy. Just give me a good 2. Give me 2. 1. See, I'm even shaking. Look at that. Look how hard that is.
Okay, we got 30 seconds to talk about some upper body stuff.
Okay.
So quickly, what are we
going
going
to
do?
flip this Bosu ball over. And Renee, I know you can do push-ups. We're going to take this down, engage those core muscles. Look at you. You still look like a track star.
Yeah,
girl.
right.
Take it down. Great.
This is so hard.
Yeah, but you're doing great. Look at this.
How many of these are we going to do?
We're going to do 10.
3? Okay.
Now, Renee, the great thing about stretching, though, too, stretching is really good at doing after the workout.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, well, we feel the blood pumping. Nikki Kimbrough, thanks so much.
All right, thank you, Renee.
Still ahead, we'll tell you how pregnant women can make life a little easier in the workplace. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
CBS Health Watch, sponsored by Lamisil tablets. Ask your doctor if it's right for you.
Oh, hey, hi, I'm Digger. Don't mind me, I'm just a dermatophyte. You know, a nail infection. All I want is to get in here and live under your nail. You can't get me with clippers or those surface treatments you try on your own. I'm in too deep in your nail bed. I'll make myself comfortable, invite a few friends. Settle in.
Do you have thick, discolored, or flaky nails? Millions of people do. It may be caused by an active live infection. That's why you should ask your doctor about prescription-only Lamisil. Unlike surface treatments, Lamisil is a pill that works through the bloodstream to target and attack the infection at its source, underneath the nail. In fact, you can start to see clearer, healthier nails in just 3 months. Lamisil isn't for people with liver or kidney problems. In rare cases, serious side effects in the liver or serious skin reactions have occurred, so your doctor may do a simple blood test. Other side effects, including headache, diarrhea, indigestion, and rash, were generally mild. Ask your doctor about Lamisil. Once daily Lamisil tablets. Get your nail infection where it grows.
Don't touch that dial. We'll tell you how not to be audited.
Ooh, good. Also, talented young actress Julia Stiles is here.
More after these messages and your local news.
The Early Show is always on CBSNews.com, brought to you in part by Walmart, saving you and your family time and money with everyday low prices.
Oh,
What did the doctor say?
he said the best thing for my arthritis pain is to keep moving my knee throughout the day.
But it hurts when you move.
I know, but the doctor said I should take a leave.
But we've always taken Tylenol.
Well, Tylenol can wear off in the middle of the day. Aleve can work all day, so I can keep moving.
Doctors know Aleve has the strength to relieve arthritis pain for up to 12 hours.
That Aleve's got you moving again.
All day without pain. Do you know how good that feels?
Aleve.
You're quitting? You are my hero.
Why Nicoderm CQ?
Well, I'm not a superhero.
I never got how these things work.
One last 24 hours.
And the steps?
You step down gradually. So you're free.
You're not a superhero? You don't have to be. Nicoderm CQ. You're staring at my food. I like what you got. Why didn't you get it? Oh, girl, I get more gas now. Oh, you ever hear, Beano? You take it first so you don't get gas. I'm getting that. Here, I don't want you to have plate envy. Take Beano before, there'll be no gas.
Tonight. They say that Saddam is stonewalling. He's refusing to talk. He's not giving out any information. No, wait a minute, that's Condoleezza Rice. That's a whole...
Deej got Johnny Knoxville tonight.
When stars clash with cops and the real Michael Bergen next ET.
That's to the point. This is a Coin 6 News Morning News Update.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Dave Erickson. 5 minutes before the hour. Katie Baker has the forecast in just a moment. First, let's check your morning traffic live with Ron O'Brien over Portland. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning, Dave. Yeah, it hadn't been a bad morning at all. Some slow spots. I-5 South, good in Vancouver. That's been lighter than usual this morning, really. Some slowing Delta Park and even a little bit on and off Lombard down towards Skidmore and again after the Fremont towards the Rose Quarter on I-5 South. Find traffic on I-84 still a little bit on the thick side. Looking about 10 minutes, 10 to 12 from 102nd down to I-5. I-5 northbound, some slowing in Tualatin, but further up the way, minimal delay in the Terwilliger curves. Hasn't been that bad. 217 north, some slow traffic on and off 72nd up to Denny. The 217 south looks good. And Sunset Highway slowing close in, on and off from the 217 merge to 405. Ron O'Brien for Coin 6 News. Back to you, Dave.
Ron, thank you. The trial of a man accused of shooting another man in broad daylight continues. Video of a downtown Portland shooting recorded by Coin 6 News will be watched by jurors as they decide the guilt or innocence of Robert Hines. His attorney says mental defect and drug use caused Hines to shoot Ricky Ballantyne, but prosecutors call it a premeditated murder to steal drugs. The man accused of murdering a 20-year-old Washington woman is indicted by a grand jury. Christopher Cook is expected to be arraigned in court today. He faces one charge of aggravated murder. Prosecutors believe he strangled Sierra Maldonado after meeting her at a Portland nightclub and then dumping her body in the Willamette River. Our next live update's coming up at 8:25. Your forecast first with Katie Baker is next.
Looking for a break during tax time? Then look no further than Furniture Row Outlet's You Deserve a Tax Time Break savings event. Now through April 15th only, we're reducing qualifying purchases by an additional 6%. That's 6% extra savings on top of our already guaranteed lowest prices. Plus get no payments and no interest for 1 year. If you need a real tax break, then there's no better place to go than Furniture Row Outlet's You Deserve a Tax Time Break savings event. Offer ends, of course, on April 15th.
3540 Commercial Street Southeast, next to Fred Meyer's.
You know what surprises people most about Jenny Craig's Ultimate Choice program?
It's less than I used to spend on fast food and lattes.
It's so convenient. It's almost like having a personal chef. Jenny Craig's Ultimate Choice gives you personal support with simple ways to lose weight even when you dine out or travel.
Do you know what losing 50 pounds feels like?
I lost 111 pounds. Now I'm half the mom and twice as much fun. For the first time ever, get a free 14-day trial plus the cost of food. Limited time offer. Call 1-800-JENNY20 now.
We made a double special purchase.
A Sealy Posturepedic or a Simmons Beauty Rest Pillow Top Queen Set for just $5.99.
That's right, a Posturepedic or Beauty Rest Pillow Top Queen Set for just $5.99.
And free delivery, free removal, and a free 90-day comfort guarantee.
Don't forget, no interest for 1 full year. Quantities are limited.
Mattress World's hard-to-find locations will save you money.
It's not too late to sleep like a baby. Mattress World.
If we can't beat any price on any comparable mattress, then the mattress is free.
Well, good morning. Mostly cloudy skies out there. We are going to have a pretty cloudy day, a little bit of sunshine here and there, but overall, look for mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies. Temperatures are going to warm up from the 30s to 50 degrees by noontime, and by 5 o'clock, 56. Looking at more sunshine in the afternoon than what we're seeing right now. We have this weak front that is starting to move on shore, bringing us plenty of cloud cover. Not very much rain, though. We are going to stay dry, and we are going to warm up eventually. As we head into the weekend, temperatures should be in the mid-60s.
There's only one place to find this much innovation, this much power, and this much adventure. Your Northwest Ford stores. And during Ford Truck Month, receive a no-charge Garmin handheld navigational system with the purchase of any new Ford SUV, truck, or van. Get into a new Ford Explorer, Expedition, or Escape with 0% financing for up to 60 months or up to $4,000 cash back. Plus, get a Garmin GPS at no additional cost. This offer absolutely ends March 31st, so hurry to your Northwest Ford store today.
Friends, turn your days off into mini vacations. Go where the road takes you. Explore the beauty and greatness of America in an RV from Valley RV Center. Big cities, historic battlefields, incredible natural scenery. From the oceans, through the deserts, to the mountains. Wherever you roam, enjoy the comforts of home in a Valley RV. Hey, if you're considering the RV lifestyle, we're ready when you are. Valley RV Center. We'll save you a ton of money.
Watch Jeff Gianola and Mike Donahue tonight on Coin 6 News at 11.
That the one person in
John
the
Kerry
United States
is getting some star power for his presidential campaign. Look at Danny DeVito. Big names turning out last night at a Beverly Hills fundraiser. Kevin Costner and his fiancée, Henry Winkler, raised over $3 million. We're going to have more on that star-studded event coming up as we welcome you back to the second hour of the early show. I'm Hannah Storm, along with Renee Seiler, who made a quick change out of her workout clothes. That was a workout in itself,
That counts
right?
as a workout for the day.
Harry Smith is here. Julie is still on vacation.
Well, coming up, everything a working woman needs to know about being pregnant on the job. We'll look at how to break the news to your boss and coworkers and what your rights are when you come back from maternity leave.
And did you know the IRS is auditing more people than ever before? Because they really backed off a couple of years ago. Well, now it's all changed. Our financial advisor, Ray Martin, is going to be here with some tips to make sure the government doesn't zero in on you.
And one of Hollywood's hot young stars, Julia Stiles, will stop by. She has a preview of her new romantic movie called The Prince and Me, which is just adorable. But first, a check of the news for you this morning. Deadly and brutal attacks against Westerners in Iraq. 9 were killed today, including 5 U.S. Marines and another American. CBS News correspondent Kimberly Dozier is in Baghdad. Good morning, Kimberly.
Good morning, Hannah. The Marines were killed by a massive roadside bomb, and the civilians were targeted by gunmen in a separate attack. The incidents took place in Ramadi and Fallujah in the Sunni Triangle west of Baghdad. The Westerners were driving 2 four-wheel drive vehicles through Fallujah's main street. It's not clear who they were or who they worked for. What looked like military dog tags and a U.S. passport were found near the bodies, but such identification is sometimes used by civilian contractors. A mob attacked the cars and in a rage dragged at least 1 body away, hanging it from a nearby bridge. The Marines killed this morning were patrolling in Ramadi, one of the areas they'd just taken over from the departing 82nd Airborne. Roadside bombs have already killed other Marines. The devices remain one of the deadliest threats to the U.S. military in Iraq. There was also another attack against Iraqis working with the coalition today in another part of the Sunni Triangle, the town of Bakuba. An apparent suicide car bomber tried to kill a local Iraqi official. Several bodyguards and bystanders were injured. A dozen Westerners, including Americans, have been killed in several attacks across Iraq this month alone. Now, it's not clear what foreigners would be doing driving through a place like Fallujah, but one local said that this will be the fate of any American who dares to go there. Hannah?
CBS's Kimberly Dozier in Baghdad, thank you. And a White House flip-flop on the 9/11 Commission. President Bush now says his national security advisor, Condoleezza Rice, will testify in public and under oath. The president and vice president will meet with the entire commission in private. Democratic presidential candidate John Kerry undergoes minor shoulder surgery today. As we mentioned a few moments ago, Kerry picked up some support at a star-studded event in Beverly Hills yesterday. Barbra Streisand was among the celebrities who turned out. Meg Ryan was there, Kevin Costner, Ted Danson, and his wife, Mary Steenburgen.
I think there's a lot of unrest in the country right now and a feeling like we need to change our course. And it's not just a few little changes, it's a major change of course.
The event raised more than $3 million for the Kerry campaign, and Kerry netted another $3 million from fundraisers on Monday. Time now for another check of the weather with Dave Price, but first this.
This weather report sponsored by Mountain Grown Folgers Coffee, the best part of waking up.
Oh, we've got some fun on the plaza this morning, everybody. We want to welcome our friends from the University of Michigan and our friends from Highland Park High School. All right, we got a lot of fun and a lot of weather to get through. Let's take a look at what's happening all around the country, including Highland Park, Illinois, and Ann Arbor, Michigan. This morning, gusty winds in the northeast, 30s and 40s. Ooh, it's awful feeling. Wet mountain snow, actually, in some locations right by the Appalachians. In the southwest, gorgeous in the 90s still. Beautiful from Idaho over to Utah. Texas looks good. It's in the 70s and 80s. That's a look at the national map. You ready? Now here's an early look at what's going on in your area.
Good morning. We're taking a look at mostly cloudy skies out there. Not too much sunshine for today, but we are going to see a little bit of sunshine by the afternoon. In between partly to mostly cloudy skies, it is going to be cool in the mid-50s, but staying dry. For tonight, dipping down to 40 degrees. Partly clear, more clouds will be moving in, but we are going to see the sunshine again. We're just going to have to wait till tomorrow afternoon. The sun will start to come out and stay out for the next few days. By the weekend, temperatures will be in the mid-60s.
All right, everyone, we have a lot of fun in the plaza. If you want to be a part of it, send me an email at heydave@cbsnews.com. Over to you, Renee. We'll see you out here in a bit.
You want to make noise, then you're shushing them. Make up your mind, Dave. All right, thanks. Up next, job tips for expectant moms, like when to tell the boss you're pregnant. We'll be right back.
What's the word on the Folgers canister?
Every time you opened it, you got a good whiff.
I can do this one-handed. Folgers Aroma Seal plastic canister. It's going to help keep it fresh.
Lightweight, less messy.
This is terrific. Wow, finally.
Epic Records presents Lachelle Griffin, winner of Oprah's Pop Star Challenge. Plus, performances by the Super 8 semifinalists. Hear the music that made dreams come true. In stores now.
Love can stir things up. Comfort can be wrapped in corn tortillas. Express yourself and start with Crisco. It has a light taste, never greasy, so flavors come through. Start something good with Crisco.
This spring, color that fits at Sears. Discover color that fits, and this week's spring fashions are on sale, so hurry in. Sears, good life, great price.
Epic Records presents Lachelle Griffin, winner of Oprah's Pop Star Challenge. Plus, performances by the Super 8 semifinalists. Hear the music that made dreams come true. In stores now.
I'm not going to carry around this secret any longer.
They've hidden the truth for years.
This is going to be a shocking revelation.
Victor has a right to know that he has another child.
Now there will be hell to pay.
I've reached a decision. He's going to know tonight. I knew there would be a day of reckoning, and it's here.
The Young and the Restless, this week on CBS Daytime.
Hold up, give me all your money right now, right now!
Just kids, but their crimes will shock you. What happens next may shock you even more. 48 Hours tonight.
For 35 years, John Kerry's fought for his country.
We need to get some things done in this country. Affordable health care, rolling back tax cuts for the wealthy, really investing in our kids. That's why I'm running for president.
John Kerry, the military experience to defend America. A new detailed economic agenda to create 10 million jobs. A plan to keep jobs in the U.S.
I'm John Kerry, and I approve this message because it's time to put opportunity in the hands of all Americans.
Millions of women each year work while they're pregnant, and many of them stay on the job right up until their delivery date. If you're wondering how to deal with those stressful months on the job, author Nancy Hall offers some advice in her new book, Balancing Pregnancy and Work. Nancy, good morning.
Good morning.
And it is not an easy balance, is it? Because you're trying to still do your job and you're having all these physiological changes. It's really difficult.
You have the two most important parts of your life coming together, and you want to give
equal attention to both of them. It can be very tough.
All right, so the first thing you say is for women who are pregnant or who are at least contemplating becoming pregnant, that they should do a little bit of research, maybe read your book, right?
Read my book, that's it. I like it. Planning is everything, especially if you have a very high-level job, a complicated job, or a job where you deal with a lot of people. The more you can plan ahead, the smoother a family leave you will have, the easier the getaway will be, and the easier it will be to come back.
You talked to a lot of women when you were doing the research for this book.
Everybody has a story.
Yeah, how many of them were unprepared for what they were facing and the challenges of working and a working pregnancy, if you will?
Probably all of them.
Really?
Probably everybody. Nobody realizes how complicated it's going to be. And it's hard to understand how much planning it takes. Certainly you can just bomb through it and wing it, and you'll probably come out fine. But as I said, the higher up your job is, the more planning you need to do.
Now, of course, we have the FMLA, which is the Family Medical Leave Act, which offers protection for women who are pregnant and then leave and leave their jobs for maternity leave and then come back. But before that was the Pregnancy Discrimination Act. But what stuns me is that before that, there was nothing. There was no protection for women who got pregnant and they could lose their jobs?
It was just medieval. You know, the stick turned blue, you got your pink slip.
Wow.
You said, I'm having a baby, and everybody said goodbye.
Yeah. Talk to me about FMLA. What are the guidelines with that?
We're just over 10 years now with FMLA, and it's working much better. Everybody anticipated there could be some problems. It's been wonderful. Women and men having babies, not men having babies, people having families, get 12 weeks of job-protected leave.
Okay.
So you can go on leave unpaid.
Right.
That's the thing most people don't realize, and that's the shocker. And that's where we differ from most of the other countries in the world, that we do have the time off. And most women end up only taking about 10.5 weeks because you not only have a new baby, you have a new expense.
Yeah, who can afford that?
You can't afford it.
Right.
You can't afford to stay out that long. Some states have picked up the slack.
And this also applies for adoptive parents too, right?
Adoptive parents and people bringing home a foster child. A lot of people don't realize that.
I didn't know that.
That you're also covered under FMLA.
All right, let's talk about breaking the news to your boss, because this is important and it's a little touchy, isn't it? What are some of the things we need to remember?
Well, it's very emotional, and you need to remember to be cool. I advise women to make sure, first of all, that the boss hears it from them. This is not something you want your employer or your supervisor to pick up at the water cooler.
You say make an appointment. Why?
It's not the kind of thing that you want to talk about on the fly. Hey, by the way, I'm having a baby, I'm leaving in a couple of months, and I'm leaving you in the lurch. And no, you want to sit down, you want to look at your own calendar ahead of time, look at the workplace calendar, and be prepared when you go in to say, you know, my leave will probably begin in November. I realize the trade show is coming up. I'm already working on that with my staff. It's more professional, it keeps you in the loop, and it makes your supervisor feel like you're going to continue to treat this professionally.
Absolutely. Be happy.
Be happy. You shouldn't have to tell pregnant women to be happy, but we're trying so hard to be professional. And one gal I talked to said she went into the boss and she was very good. I'm having the baby, but I've got this covered and this covered. And at the end, he said, well, congratulations. Yeah, this is good, right? And she'd been so professional, she'd forgotten to be happy. And it's an important thing. And never apologize. We go in and say, look, I'm sorry. You're having a baby. It's not a crime.
Yeah, don't apologize.
It's not a crime.
And show your smart side.
Exactly. Be prepared. And one of the ways you can be prepared is before you talk to the boss, find another woman who's been there.
Yeah.
And find out what sort of reactions she got. Sometimes you can find out if there's something that's going to trigger a problem, and be prepared when you go in to talk.
And maybe have an idea about what will happen for them. Think about their business along with your own life. Like say, hey, maybe this can happen while I'm gone.
And you want to continue to be a good employee. It works well. The whole FMLA thing works better when people compromise a little bit. You want to do what's right for you, but you also have to think about what's right for your employer and your workplace.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the book is very good. It's very comprehensive, which is, I think, what a lot of people are looking for. It can be a confusing time.
It can
Nancy
be.
Hall, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Up next, from sconces to pendants, we'll show you how to pick the right lights for your home's needs. We'll be right back.
Come in now to Sears. It's the best time to buy at the lowest prices of the season. Save on hundreds of items. Tractors and mowers. All kinds of tools on sale. Grills, patio sets, the lowest prices of the season on home electronics, home appliances, the latest spring fashions. Hurry in for the lowest prices of the season, because right now it's the best time to buy, and you deserve the good life. Sears, good life, great price.
For years, the kids have called me their guardian angel.
Brady?
When I got cancer and the chemo made me anemic and too weak to keep working, I had to do something. I asked my doctor about Procrit.
Procrit is for chemotherapy-related anemia in patients with most kinds of cancer. Procrit helps rebuild red blood cells, and more red blood cells can mean more strength. Procrit is proven and safe. In studies, only diarrhea and edema occurred more often with Procrit than placebo.
I'm back, and there's no stopping me.
Corn syrup? You wouldn't buy fruit with corn syrup or artificial preservatives. Why buy fruit drinks with them? Unlike fruit drinks, Juicy Juice is 100% juice with vitamin C. In fact, one serving of Juicy Juice counts as a serving of fruit, because we like to give them 100%, just like you do. Juicy Juice, the very best juice for the very best kids.
Honey, come quick. There's French toast on the TV.
Well, get a sponge and clean it off.
No, it's an ad on TV for Denny's French Toast Slam.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, and just $4.99.
Let's go. I don't feel like cooking.
Ah, you never feel like cooking.
This is take 63. Meow, meow, meow. We're gonna wrap for today.
With great taste and natural ingredients, Meow Mix Hairball Control Formula helps control hairballs before they start.
Meow, 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 meow.
Meow Mix tastes so good, cats ask for it by name.
It's a beautiful morning. I was never one to sleep in. And even with my arthritis, I still look forward to going to school. The kids always ask me, Mrs. Shepherd, how come we hardly ever have a substitute? And I say, you think there's a substitute for me?
Vioxx relieves arthritis pain, stiffness, and inflammation. Just one pill, once a day, can provide lasting 24-hour relief. So you can have nights with less pain and mornings with less stiffness. People with allergic reactions such as asthma to aspirin or other arthritis medicines should not take Vioxx. In rare cases, serious stomach problems such as bleeding can occur without warning. Tell your doctor if you have liver or kidney disease or a history of heart attack, angina, or a blocked artery in your heart. Ask your doctor about Vioxx for the relief of arthritis, pain, and stiffness. And find out if a free sample is right for you. Vioxx, for everyday victories.
Lighting is an essential decorating element influencing the mood and atmosphere in your home. Did I say that well? Okay, our resident handyman, Danny Lifford, host of Today's Homeowner, is here to show us a little bit more about how light can really make a difference in your home. Good morning. Good to see you
good morning,
again.
Harry. Same here.
So, what trends, new, what do we need to know about lighting before we embark on this?
Sure. Well, there's always a lot of trends, a lot of new things that are happening in lighting, but there's just basic elements there. You need to consider the shape and the size and the use of the room, and also a very versatile, flexible type lighting arrangement is always better in any room. That way, if you really need some light, you'll have it. If you want the subtle, more mood-intensive light, you'll have that as well. So that's always good to know on any room situation.
All right, let's do a little survey here and run through some of the different kinds of lights that you've got on display. What's up here?
Okay, these are recessed lights, very popular in just about any room in the house, a 3-inch and a 6-inch on this end. And basically, the recessed light starts with the recessed housing that is positioned in the ceiling and nailed to the ceiling joist. Then you have a variety of trims that can go on that can change the look of the fixture and the way it actually performs.
Everybody wants to do their own stuff. They see something like this, right?
Right.
Try this at home?
This one may be tough because generally you're adding to an existing circuit. That's where a professional electrician needs to come in.
There you go.
But if you're just simply changing an existing fixture, that may be something you want to embark on.
You got to know the difference between the red wire and the white wire, right?
Now, this looks like a regular recessed light, but actually this is a new one from Braun Newton that is incorporating an exhaust fan in it. So it's perfect for like a bathroom situation.
Right.
Really good. And the rest of these fixtures are from Progress. Now, this is a track light, been around for a lot of years, works well. Again, very versatile to position the different lights in different areas of the home. If you have a vaulted ceiling,
isn't that funny? Because that's like such a 70s thing.
It is, but it's still very popular now because a lot of the different ceiling arrangements really works well for that. Pendant light, you have a lot of open floor plan situations between a kitchen and a breakfast room, nice breakfast bar. You have about 3 of these hanging down, really nice look.
Looks really good.
Sure does, sure does.
But when you get ready to hang a chandelier, How many chandeliers have you ever hung before you got it really right?
Well, I'll tell you, sometimes they're a little crooked like that. So you have to hang it, step back and look at it, and then do a little adjusting. We had to do that this morning, but
I didn't even know.
Chandeliers are getting more and more popular in all types of rooms, bathrooms, the mini chandeliers, bedrooms. You're seeing a lot of those. So a lot of different selections on that.
And you've got to make sure that that ceiling above has got the strength and what's on top of it, too.
You want to make sure that box is secured to a ceiling joist there because of the weight and so forth.
This guy.
Fluorescent. So this is a cloud fluorescent. Really good where you need that nice even light. Laundry room, kitchen, bathrooms, any of those areas. Very economical to buy and to use. So a good choice when you need that that light.
You can save some serious money with a light like
Absolutely.
that, right?
Wall sconces. A lot of atmosphere can be created with wall sconces. Nice effect on the walls. And here's a very small light bulb there. Very subtle light. And then, of course, this is a little brighter, you know, two different styles completely, but a lot of ways that you can go with sconces.
Boy, we had a whole table full of lights here, and you go into the hardware store now, and it really it's a world of difference from just a couple of different...
It is, and it helps when you go in to have someone that's familiar with light bulbs to advise you on that. Now, in task lighting, like in the kitchen, these are very popular, a low-profile fluorescent that attaches right under the cabinet itself for direct light. And they even have a low-voltage type that's kind of neat, and basically you have little screw areas there that you screw right under the cabinet itself, and that provides you nice lighting as well. And Progress has that, as well as GE has just a ton of bulbs here to choose from.
One of the things that I've been buying they cost more money.
Yeah, the fluorescents.
These fluorescents, but they last. I mean, they really do last forever.
Yeah, they last a long time. This particular one's actually guaranteed for 5 years, and you're saving money all along the way because it uses a lot of less electricity. Now, most bulbs you have in the home are tungsten bulbs, and those are more of a yellow color. Halogen will give you a truer daylight type color, and so those are important selections in addition to the selections you have in fixtures.
And these things use a lot less power.
A lot less power, sure do.
There you go. Always trying to save money.
That's right.
Well, you going to come to my house and help me do some of this?
Hey, no problem. No problem.
Good to see you, Danny.
Good to see you.
All right. Coming up, Julia Stiles on her big screen fairy tale, The Prince and Me. We'll be right back.
Based on how hard they work.
Would you like some more hollandaise, Eddie? That's very good. Thank you.
You're making...
This home improvement segment sponsored by Whirlpool, giving you the power to get more done. Whirlpool, just imagine.
Imagine a washer and dryer from Whirlpool that can handle up to 16 pairs of jeans in a single load and dry them faster than you ever thought possible. The Duet washer and dryer, now available at Lowe's. Select your Duet pair and take one home today, or have them delivered tomorrow. That's the Lowe's Appliance Advantage. Whirlpool, just imagine.
Singulair, the only seasonal allergy medicine that specifically blocks leukotrienes, an underlying cause of allergy symptoms. It's a once-a-day chewable tablet available for children as young as 2. Side effects are generally mild and vary by age and may include headache, ear infection, sore throat, and upper respiratory infection. Ask your child's doctor about Singulair, a different way to treat seasonal allergies.
So much rhythm, grace, and debonair from one man? No. Rubber band man, get down, brother.
Drink it, feel it. With all the rich and creamy flavor of Breyer's no sugar added ice cream, the only thing you miss out on is the guilt. Breyer's no sugar added ice cream. So good, it must be Breyer's. This spring, color that fits at Sears. items are on sale, so hurry in. Sears, good life, great price.
Come back soon?
As soon as I can. I'll use my Miles card. I'll use my Miles card. I'm back.
With most Miles programs, it takes a long time to earn a free flight.
All these years. And you never got a Capital One card?
Introducing No Hassle Rewards from Capital One. Free flights start at 9,000 miles with no blackout dates.
What's in your wallet? Don't ask.
This Coin 6 News segment is brought to you by LA Weight Loss Centers. News that's to the point. This is a Coin 6 News Morning News Update.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Dave Erickson. It is now 8:25. Katie Baker has the forecast in just a couple of minutes. We begin with some breaking news. A report of one shot fired during a robbery attempt at Point West Apartments this morning in Milwaukee, on Southeast Fuller Road around 6:30. No one was injured. Authorities say a man at the apartments answered his door, and that's when two white males forced their way inside. The Clackamas County Sheriff's Department says the men ran. The search continues at this hour. Nearby LaSalle High School was in lockdown for about a half hour this morning around 7. No students were on campus because of a scheduled late start. We will keep you updated throughout the morning. Gas prices in the Northwest are nearly at the top of the list across the nation. While everyday drivers are feeling a spike in fuel prices, state agencies say they're taking a major hit. Washington State's Patrol, for example, has already spent 26% of this year's fuel budget.
It's the rob Peter to pay Paul principle. At some point here, we're spending more money on fuel than we expected to spend on it.
But don't think fewer troopers will be on the roads. Trooper Garva March says WSP will transfer funds from other budgets to pay fuel costs before cutting back on patrols. And a reminder, today is the last day to legally drive with studded tires in Washington and Oregon, not tomorrow. If motorists are caught with studded tires on their vehicles on April 1st, they could be fined up to $150. Our next live update's coming up at 8:55. Your forecast first, and Katie Baker is next.
Try every new diet to come along, including low carb. Lose weight, gain it back, lose weight again, cheat a little, okay, a lot. Not anymore. Now lose the weight you want and keep it off without giving up foods you love, like bread, pizza, and pasta. We should call it the LA Weight Loss Carb Lovers Program.
You can eat all those good carbs. It worked for me. It'll work for you.
Call for your free consultation, 1-888-560-THIN, 1-888-560-THIN.
Right now at Key Home Furnishings in Lake Oswego, we're finishing our end of winter clearance sale. Our everyday low prices are guaranteed to be the best prices for up to 30 days after you make your purchase. Better than department stores, outlet stores, or even liquidation sales. And right now we are offering an additional 30 to 70% off those low prices on hundreds of items store-wide. Like a sofa you would compare out for over $1,000 will now cost you under $400. But don't wait. Hurry in. Discover the difference at Key Home Furnishings. Thank you.
If you have stains like these, rust stains, limescale buildup, or calcium deposits, you need Lime-A-Way Lime and Rust Remover because it works better than even the leading limescale and rust remover. In lab tests on rust stains, it's clear that Lime-A-Way is tougher. Even after 1,000 strokes, the CLR side is still incredibly stained. And Lime-A-Way's thick formula coats surfaces for powerful cleaning action. All around your house, Lime-A-Way is the expert lime and rust cleaner. So remember, for lime, calcium, and rust, Lime-A-Way is a must.
Take a look outside. Mostly cloudy skies to start off this morning. We are going to see a little bit of sunshine out there, but it's just going to take a little bit of time to clear out some of those clouds. Temperatures chilly in the mid-30s. We should see a daytime high of only 56 degrees. Look for more sunshine later on in the day. We are looking at current temperatures in the low 40s right now in downtown Portland. We're seeing winds out of the east at 3 miles per hour. Watching the satellite radar, we are seeing a weak front bring some clouds into the region. We'll hang on to these clouds for today and for part of tomorrow, then sunshine as we head into the weekend.
Watch Jeff Gianola and Julie Emery tonight on Coin 6 News at 5 and 6.
Are you the next Powerball multimillionaire? Watch the Powerball drawing during Coin 6 News at 11 every Wednesday and Saturday night to find out. Do you have your ticket?
When I saw pictures of myself on our family vacation, I destroyed them. Because at 178 pounds, you don't want to be reminded. When I realized I was removing myself from our family's memories, I called Jenny Craig.
Jenny Craig's Ultimate Choice program gives you personal support with simple ways to lose weight that fit the way you live.
I lost 50 pounds with Jenny Craig, and I feel great about myself again. And I've got the pictures to prove it.
For the first time ever, get a free 14-day trial plus the cost of food. Limited time offer. Call 1-800-JENNY20 now.
Thinking about painting your car but worried about the cost of bodywork? Maaco's offering our popular presidential paint service and 4 hours of bodywork for $399. Take advantage of this limited offer. Call 1-888-MAACO-USA.
When dream weddings become nightmares. Next, Dr. Phil.
Take a look at this. Who said, oh yeah,
Woo!
Girls can't dunk? That's Candace Parker. She not only went up against the best boys in high school basketball, she beat them in a dunking contest. Hey, so yeah. And guess what? Now, if you're a regular watcher of the early show, you know that she was where last week?
On the plaza with Dave.
Shooting some
Towering
hoops.
over Dave.
That's right.
Can I just say, did you see her palming the basketball? She was palming the basketball.
Playing above the rim.
Wow.
Very impressive.
Good for her, yeah. Welcome back to the early show. Well, if you're still working on your taxes, and really, I mean, who isn't? We have some advice you won't want to miss. Our financial advisor, Ray Martin, will show us how to make sure your returns don't raise those audit red flags at the IRS.
Somebody else. We'll also tell you about a doctor's incredible discovery that could save the lives of countless infants who desperately need heart transplant.
And one of Hollywood's fastest rising stars, she's on the cover of a bunch of magazines. The lovely and talented Julia Stiles stops by to talk about her new romantic comedy called The Prince and Me. But first, here's Dave with our final check of the weather. Hi, Dave. What about your old buddy from last week?
You know what? We've got some rain on the plaza, but that's not keeping our high school band from Highland Park from showing up and our friends from Mount Pleasant, Michigan. You got to hear this band. They play the garbage can, so take it away. Listen to this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, folks, let's take a look at the weather picture right now and see what's happening all around the country. Here we go. Oh, that sounds great. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s as you head to the northeast, and in the southwest it's warm. Midwest looking good, and the Rockies terrific. More from the Highland Park High School bands. Man, they sound good today. Out here on the plaza, everybody. Now, the national maps, again, show good weather in the west and kind of soggy stuff in the east. That's a look at the national map. Now, here's what's going on in your area.
Good morning, I'm Katie Baker. Mostly cloudy skies out there. We are going to see plenty of clouds, a little bit of sunshine for today, and cooler temperatures in the mid-30s for this morning, eventually warming up into the 50s. Our daytime high at 56 with partly clear skies by the 5 o'clock hour. We are watching this weak system slide across the state, bringing with it the clouds, but it will pass on through, and eventually we'll see some sun, especially by tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures will warm up into the mid-60s by Friday and Saturday.
That's your latest weather. Over to you, Renee.
All right, Dave, thank you. The April 15th tax deadline is getting closer and closer, and the IRS is gearing up for it. The government says it is auditing more tax returns than ever before. Our financial advisor, Ray Martin, is here to tell us how to avoid becoming an IRS target. Hi, Ray.
Hi, Renee. How are you?
Well, a little worried now that we hear audits are up. What's going on?
Well, first, your chances of being selected for an audit are very low. If you're an average income taxpayer, you file a proper income tax return, report the income reported to you on your tax return, you have about a 1 in 164% chance of being audited. Statistically very low. However, as you stated, IRS audits of tax returns is on the rise.
Why do you think that is? I mean, is that the culture of all these corporate scandals we've seen? I mean, why?
Clearly, that's part of it. IRS Commissioner Mark Everson recently stated in several interviews the last couple of days, he's very concerned that the trend in IRS audits has been down significantly through the 90s. He wants to arrest that trend and bring the number of IRS audits back up, because it sends the wrong message to taxpayers. You know, with lax corporate governance, you saw what happened with corporate scandals. He doesn't want that happening with taxpayers. And one statistic that really makes a point here is he said in a recent survey, 17% of taxpayers responded, it's okay to cheat on your taxes, versus 11% in 1999.
Yeah.
So IRS audits are up 14% in 2003 versus 2002, and that trend's probably going to continue to rise.
Yeah, all right, so let's ease some fears and some folks' minds today. Who's most likely to be audited?
Well, clearly people who report income, all items of income on your tax return of $100,000 or more are clearly going to have a higher chance. Their chance is 1 in 94, significantly higher. And the IRS audits in that segment of income or higher are above average income taxpayers are up 24% of the audits in that segment versus 2002, up 50% versus 2001. If you're a high income taxpayer, use TurboTax or have a tax pro prepare your return so you know it's done properly.
All right, now there are some other things that will raise red flags, and this one always cracks me up because this is so basic, but having information that doesn't match, like the name and the social security number that don't jive. That's something you should proofread.
You get $50 of interest reported from your credit union on a 1099, but you don't put it on your tax return, you're going to get caught here because the IRS gets that information in their computers. They use computer systems to match. It's a very easy problem to avoid. Most tax returns get a letter, a correspondence audit for those type of corrections. Just make sure you report all the correct items of income on your return.
All right, married couples filing separately. Why is that?
People who married that file separate returns probably don't communicate with each other pretty well. They claim the same dependents on both tax returns separately. They claim the same total deduction. IRS gets those separate but married returns, compares the two, and if they see you're double counting deductions, it's an automatic flag. So if you're filing married separate, be very careful, and you got to communicate. If you can't communicate together, do it with your tax pro to make sure you're allocating properly exemptions and deductions.
Unusually large deductions.
The IRS uses a discriminate information scoring system with computers, and what they're looking for are large charitable deductions, large amounts of interest paid on mortgages not reported to you by banks or on a 1099, like through private transactions. If you have large deductions relative to your income bracket, your return is going to get a higher score, put in a pool of returns reviewed by IRS agents, and they might call you for a full audit. And that scoring system is a secret. The IRS doesn't tell exactly what it is, but it's called Discriminate Information Function Scoring Test, and you're likely to get audited.
Self-employed filers.
If you have self-employment income over $100,000 particularly, the IRS knows that there's a lot of potential abuse here for tax compliance, particularly if you take deductions like for a home office. Make sure if you can do it, but make sure you're using that home office exclusively.
Home office means a home office, not a computer in the family room or something.
Precisely. Yeah. So make sure it's legitimate. And again, you use a tax pro or tax software if you're self-employed and reporting on a Schedule C.
Businesses targeted by the IRS.
There's about 100 businesses that the IRS looks at, from attorneys to child care providers to gas station owners, real estate agents, restaurant owners, and they call it a market segmentation specialization program. If you own a business and you report tax information, go to the IRS website. They publish the booklets that the IRS, what they're looking for in those businesses. You can read it and find out what you could do as risk and what you can do to avoid potentially becoming an audit suspect.
And this last one, just quickly, donating a car to charity, because you always think that's a good thing.
It is. It's a great thing. $650 million is the number of tax liability reduced by taxpayers in 2000. The IRS is concerned that people are overstating the value of the cars donated to charity. Make sure you use fair market value of the car.
All right. Know what they're looking for. Ray Martin, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
You can find more Ray's tax tips on the web at cbs.marketwatch.com. Now here's Hannah, but first this.
This Money Matters segment sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Julia Stiles just turned 23, but she's already a 10-year acting veteran with credits including Save the Last Dance, State in Maine, and Mona Lisa Smile. In her latest film, the romantic comedy The Prince and Me, she plays a college co-ed who falls in love with a fellow student who turns out to be a Danish prince.
Paige, may I have this dance?
Of course.
I hope you don't mind, but I've requested our song.
We have a song? We have a song!
Julia Stiles, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's great to meet you.
Yeah.
And a movie that would seem to be every girl's fantasy, right? Becoming a princess and meeting a prince, but not for your character, Paige, in this movie at all.
Well, no, she's always wanted to be very independent and been very focused on her own life path. And I think in a way she was kind of scared to open herself up to the idea of falling in love. But she's sort of blindsided by this guy who's really charming and lovely. And even just seeing that clip, I'm getting a little verklempt because, you know, it's exciting and fun to fall in love, and then especially with a prince, you know.
It's almost like an old-fashioned romance, this movie. It's not a typical teen movie in a way. It's more like an old-fashioned romance with kind of a modern twist to it,
That's what we were going for. I'm glad you said that.
You did it!
Yeah, I thought it's time for, you know, those classic love stories that they used to make more of in the 1950s.
And you fall in the movie for this guy named Eddie, right? And sort of what happens, because you're fighting this romance. He turns out to be the crown prince, and then you have to make a decision.
Well, first, actually, we have a very we are kind of adversaries in the beginning because I don't really like him because he seems like a spoiled brat to me. And I think from his side of it, you know, I'm the first girl that hasn't fallen head over heels for him because I don't care that he has money and privilege, and I don't know about it. But then when I do find out, once I start to like let go and we get along, then, you know, I discover that he's a prince because the paparazzi starts chasing us, and it's completely shocking, you know.
And you end up having to make this choice between your career or sort of marrying the man of your dreams. Do you think that's a real choice that young women face? Do you ever think about that?
Well, I mean, absolutely. I mean, the thing that I think is so interesting about the movie is that she decides to put her heart in his hands, and she goes off to Denmark to find him, and she realizes when she gets there that she won't really have a voice or an identity, and so she has to figure out how she can live her own life, but also share it with him. And I think that's an issue for a lot of women. I mean, who want to have their own identity and also, you know, have fun and be in love.
There was one scene in the movie that just left us gasping, and I want to show it right now.
So, my dear, what would you like to wear to the coronation ball?
Now, some of those were real, those jewels,
yeah.
right? As you were there with the crown mother, I guess.
Yeah, they had to have bodyguards following me around. They were, real jewelry, very expensive.
I read that you actually read in the script about the proposal scene, and you thought, okay, whatever, he gets down and proposes to me, and then when you saw the rock that he was going to hand you.
Oh, yeah, well, it was more, I didn't think much of the proposal scene when I read it in the script, and then when we actually filmed it, I was hyperventilating because not only, you know, the diamonds, but it was more about the idea of like a man that you're in love with getting down on his hands and knees and saying he wants to spend the rest of his life with you. It was, I became quite a romantic after this movie.
Talk about getting verklempt. Yeah. You're on the cover of Bride magazine, which I guess is only natural after this, and you're on a million covers, what, Cosmo and Teen People now, and here you are. I know you're in school here at Columbia University in New York, but as your celebrity continues to grow, how are those two worlds coming together, your student world and your movie princess world?
It's fine, actually. I mean, I think that it's hard to schedule, you know, when I can go to school, but that's okay. It's good to have those kinds of problems.
When are you going to graduate?
God, I have no idea. No, I hope to graduate in a year. I have 2 semesters left, so sometime soon.
Well, I think you're doing okay in the job department, so, you know, the degree can wait.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Congratulations on the movie.
Thank you.
Julia Stiles, thanks. The Prince and Me opens this Friday. It's being released by Paramount Pictures, which is owned by the same parent company as CBS. Now here's Harry.
Thanks, Hannah. When doctors talk about heart transplants, the cardinal rule has always been that a donated heart must be compatible with the recipient's blood type. But for infants, that conventional wisdom may not be true after all. 60 Minutes 2 correspondent Scott Pelley is here to tell us all about it. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Harry. This is a story of a courageous American doctor and some parents who dared to do what had never been done before. Dr. Lori West is the head of the infant heart transplant program at the Hospital for Sick Children in Toronto. She decided to rethink this rule about compatible blood types after watching too many of her patients die while waiting for the perfect heart.
In late 1995, there was an infant waiting, and we were offered a heart, and then the blood type was wrong. And in turning down that organ, which I was compelled really to do, it became very clear to me then, at that moment, that we needed to go back and really re-examine this whole issue.
What happened to that child?
That child died.
It was that child's death in 1995 that reminded Dr. West of some experiments she had done. In transplanting organs into mice, it seemed that baby mice were able to tolerate organs that were not an exact match. It's a long way from mouse to man, but as her patients died, she began to wonder.
That fall, Dr. West met Rita and Harry Schroeder. An ultrasound showed that the fetus Rita carried had a malformed heart.
Essentially what they were saying is that the left side of the heart hadn't developed properly, so it wasn't pumping. Without serious medical intervention, he would pass away shortly after he was born.
Rita and Harry named their son Caleb. He was put on the waiting list for a new heart, but they couldn't find one to match his type O blood.
We weren't sure how long we would have with him. I mean, they projected hours, they projected days. So the hospital, the staff there counseled us, and they said, take a lot of pictures. You don't know how long you're going to have him for.
With time running out, Dr. West proposed something that would require the approval of the hospital ethics committee. She wanted to try a variation of her mouse experiment on Caleb. The heart they found was the right size, but the wrong blood type. So they transplanted a type AB heart into Caleb's type O body, on the theory that at less than a month old, his immune system was so immature it hadn't developed the antibodies to attack the foreign heart.
Any of your colleagues come to you and say, look, doctor, don't do this?
Yes. Yes.
That was 7 years ago.
Hey, Caleb.
This is Caleb today. Caleb has never missed a beat. His type AB heart is pumping in his type O body. The transplant was a complete success.
It was an enormous leap of faith. And where was the faith? It was in the science. This isn't magic. It's not voodoo. These are facts.
There have only been a few mismatched transplants in the United States, but Dr. West hopes that the success of the procedure in Canada will help it catch on here.
What a remarkable woman to go against the conventional wisdom of the established medical community and say there's a different way to do this.
One of the leading transplant surgeons in the United States, Harry, told us that the only way you could describe Dr. West was courageous, and he said that she had changed the face of transplant medicine for the whole world.
I can't wait to see the rest of the story. Scott Pelley, good to see you.
Great to see you.
You bet. See much more of tonight's story right on 60 Minutes 2 at 8, 7 Central, right here on CBS. We'll be right back. This is The Early Show on CBS.
Coin 6 News is news that's to the point. But what does that mean for you?
It means bringing you new information and not repeating the same facts.
It's how we tell the stories. We cut to the chase, spending only the time that's needed to give you the important details.
To the point means complete coverage of the issues that affect you, giving you the whole story quickly.
More news with no fluff. Weeknights at 5, 6, and 11. Coin 6 News. News that's to the point.
Trying to lose weight? If all those low-carb diet books leave you feeling a little, well, unsatisfied, you want the new Carb Cravers program from LA Weight Loss.
I tried following diet books, but always ended up cheating. But going to LA Weight Loss is different. It's not a diet.
They support you all the way. Plus, you can eat bread, pasta, and even pizza and still lose weight. It worked for me, and it'll work for you.
Call for your free consultation, 1-888-560-THIN, 1-888-560-THIN.
Nestled along the beautiful Deschutes River, the River House is the only full-service resort in the heart of Bend. Guest room types include family kitchen suites, cozy fireplace rooms, and romantic spa suites. Tee it up at the River's Edge Golf Course and indulge in exceptional cuisine at Crossings Steakhouse. Right now, kids 12 and under stay, ski, and golf for free when accompanied by a paid adult. Some restrictions apply. For reservations, call toll-free or visit us online. See for yourself why the River House is Bend's finest and best value.
There are a lot of finance offers, and many aren't what they seem.
But at Wix Furniture, our finance offer is honest and for real. For starters, at Wix, you always save, especially by the room. Right now, you can buy beautiful Wix furniture, make your first payment January 2006. Just put 10% down, pay no interest, enjoy your furniture over 20 months. Make your first payment January 2006. Wix actually pays your interest until then. Now that's the real deal, and it's only at Wix Furniture.
Welcome back to the early show, everybody. Ava Mateo-Lawrence, professional pool player, about to go into the Billiard Congress Hall of Fame in Las Vegas. Only the 5th woman ever to do so. Nicknamed the Striking Viking. Why? I think it's quite obvious. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about pool. Ava, you know what? Back in '92, I think you were the first non-political person ever to be on the cover of the New York Times Magazine.
It was pretty cool.
When we were growing up, I don't know if you guys agree, pool was kind of a thing played in smoky halls with a bottle of beer. You have changed all of that. Let's play some pool and talk about it.
All right, you got it. Well, the biggest thing is, well, first thing I'm going to do is do something called the railroad shot while we're talking here.
Sure.
What happens is 5 ball goes in this pocket, 10 ball in this pocket, the 1 ball in the corner, and keep your eyes on the cue ball here, the white one.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Oh, not enough Wheaties here. Well, this is good. This gives me time to answer your question.
Okay.
Now, what's interesting is that she did this like 5 times straight.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, before the camera was on.
Well, you know what? Before we were on camera, I did it 5 times straight, too. You know, Renee, you could mention that.
Yeah.
So, go ahead. As you play,
Right.
the game has changed now to the point where, I mean, you earn more than a living doing this.
Absolutely. Well, it was, when I started playing, it was kind of a, what's a nice girl like you doing in a game like this
Right.
kind of attitude. You know, it's pretty funny, but...
It really changed the image.
It really has. I mean, we have our tour, WPBA tours, on televised on ESPN now.
Mm-hmm.
We have, I mean, most teenagers want to have a Brunswick table or some kind of table in their home. It's a great thing to keep the teenagers at home.
Mhm.
They see it on TV and fall in love with it. And a lot of upscale billiard rooms. There's a lot of chains out there with great pool rooms and stuff. So.
All right, let's play some pool.
All right, here it goes. I'm going to try it one more time. There it goes. Perfect. Yeah. Come on, baby. Just a little help. Just a little help. Oh, I've never missed that shot before, I swear.
Let's talk about, let's play some pool right
All right,
now.
you take
All
some
right. What's it cost,
Yeah, that's
what's
what
it
we
cost
do.
to play the game? I mean, for a lot of people, they look at a table like this and say, all right, this is pretty expensive, number one. Is a pool stick an expensive item? Can you get an inexpensive table for the home? And how much is the cue you play with?
Well, the cue that I play with runs about $3,500 to $4,000. But it's you know, it's specially made. It's made for me, and it's
How much?
it's about
Expensive.
About $3,500.
What you need to do, you need to teach
All right,
But you need like a $50 cue. You're in great shape.
All right,
how to
teach
do
me a
this.
trick.
Yes.
All right.
What do you want to do? Anything?
No, just break the balls. Go ahead and break the balls open.
Okay, I can do that.
Oh, good
Watch your
form.
fingers.
Very
All right.
nice.
He's practicing.
All right.
Yay.
See, now you
All right,
the-
we
you
got about
this-
45 seconds.
All right. What I'm going to do is then I'll set up a shot for you. Come on.
Okay.
Now, we haven't rehearsed this.
No, we have
Yeah.
not.
Which is probably a good thing because I rehearsed mine and I made mine every time.
These have to be cleared up.
Yeah, I just need with a cue ball and I'm good.
Have you played a lot of pool, Dave?
Well, you know, back when I was the high school champion and went on to Cornell to play on their Ivy League team.
Uh-oh. Come here, I'll show
Are you kidding? All right, what am I doing?
You're going to shoot the 1 ball over here, 12 over here, 5 in this corner, and the 6 ball in the opposite corner. And wait, whoa, my goodness.
Yeah, exactly.
Quick.
Over here. Stand over
Okay.
here. This will put you into the CBS Hall of Fame.
All
here.
right.
Right.
You got to do
Just like the
play-by-play on this
BCA,
for
right
us, yeah.
here.
Okay, ready?
4 balls in 1 shot. Go, Dave.
I don't believe it.
What a way to wrap up a show. Have a great day, everybody.
Let's focus on an important topic. Healthcare coverage. Are you happy with your plan? Do you even have one? You may be healthy right now, but things can change in a flash. And you need to protect yourself and your family. That's why you should contact LifeWise Health Plan of Oregon today for a free information packet. LifeWise offers high-quality, affordable coverage. It's for people who are rethinking their current health plan. Families on a budget, college students and recent graduates, or self-employed people, like me. With LifeWise, you get a statewide network of more than 6,000 doctors and providers. No referrals to see a specialist. Preventive care, major medical and hospitalization, alternative care, worldwide emergency coverage, and more. So call now and get the whole picture.
Contact your agent or call now for a free information packet and learn about affordable, high-quality LifeWise of Oregon health plans. Choosing the best small car to buy is easy. Go with the one that's been on Car and Driver's 10 Best list 5 years in a row. One with 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. One that comes in your choice of sporty styles. Ford Focus. Then choose from 3 great deals. 0% financing or $3,000 cash back or a $189 a month payment. There are more ways to save on Focus than ever. So choose your model and choose your deal. No interest financing, big cash back, or a $189 a month payment. Only at your Northwest Ford store.
The Subaru all-wheel drive-away, starring Subaru Forester, the best small SUV ever crash tested. 1.9 APR for 63 months. Subaru WRX, 0 to 60 in 5.4 seconds. 750 cashback or 1.9 APR. And Subaru Outback, all-wheel drive ruggedness and car-like ride. Up to $1,500 cashback or 1.9 APR. Get the best deals ever at the Subaru all-wheel drive-away, now through March 31st.
Watch Jeff Gianola and Mike Donahue tonight on Coin 6 News at 11. News that's to the point. This is a Coin 6 News Morning News Update.
And good morning. I'm Dave Erickson. It is 8:55. Katie Baker will have the weather in just a moment. Crime scene investigators are in Milwaukee this morning after reports of an attempted armed residential robbery. The Clackamas County Sheriff's Department says one shot was fired at the Point West Apartments on Southeast Fuller Road at about 6:30. No one was injured. Authorities say a man answered his door, and that's when 2 white males forced their way inside. The Clackamas County Sheriff's Department say the men ran. More details at noon. Portland's mayor, police chief, and DA are acting quickly to provide accurate information about Sunday's officer-involved shooting. Tuesday, they announced they will hold a public inquiry into the events surrounding James Perez's death. The forum won't deal with any crimes committed. By law, that's the grand jury's job.
But this would give an opportunity for the public to actually hear the witnesses that come forward, raise their right hand, and say what they observed, what happened, what they think happened.
Police say the 2 arresting officers did not know who Perez was prior to shooting him, nor his criminal record. The officers said they shot at Perez twice with a taser, but after the fatal gunshots were fired. At the press conference yesterday, more autopsy results were released.
A bag of a white, chunky substance was retrieved from his mouth during the course of the autopsy. That'll be submitted to the State Police Crime Lab for examination.
No weapon was found on Perez's body. For latest on these stories and more, join us for Coin 6 News at noon. Your forecast first with Katie Baker is next.
At Coin 6 News, we give you news that's to the point.
Taking only the time that's needed to give you the details quickly.
That's one thing that makes Coin 6 News different.
Coin 6 News. News that's to the point.
Their dream wedding was so disastrous.
A complete nightmare.
We will replace that memory. They're getting a second chance right on my show.
Be your wedded wife?
Next, Dr. Phil.
Watch today at 3 on Coin 6.
Give your engine what it wants. Pennzoil with time-release molecules delivers non-stop protection throughout the life of your oil. Not just oil, Pennzoil.
You know who you are. From the ankles up, life is good. But for your feet, sheer heck. Uncomfortable, poorly fitting shoes are clamping your style. Come to Jay's Wide Shoes. You'll find a whole wide world of stylish, top-quality wide shoes for men and women. And you'll find a perfect fit. So free your feet. Shop at Jay's. Jay's Wide Shoes in Clackamas Promenade and in Beaverton at Canyon Place.
Good morning. Mostly cloudy skies out there for today. We should see some sunshine and temperatures are going to warm up into the mid-50s. Right now we're at 41 degrees and we are going to see a little bit more sunshine as we head into the afternoon hours, but pretty cool out there, staying in the 50s for the entire day. Watching this weak front move across the state, bringing in with it the clouds, and the clouds are going to stick around at least until tomorrow morning. Then it will start to warm up and clear out as we head into the weekend.
When stars clash with cops and the real Michael Bergen next ET.
Once we're married, you're not going to need this place.
Uh-huh.
My apartment's nicer anyway.
Yeah. But how are we going to fit all my stuff over there? Never mind. I'll take care of it.
Now pay just $1 for the first month's rent. Call Public Storage at 1-800-44-STORE and pay just $1. 1-800-44-STORE.
The rush is on to Binion's 50% off sale. This week only, save 50% off both frames and lenses. And not just select frames like the other stores. Get half off every frame in the store. Choose from over 1,000 frames, including our best designer frames. Then save 50% off lenses, including bifocals, progressives, and even our thinnest, lightest lenses. So get going, get shopping, and get 50% off both frames and lenses through Saturday. The 50% off sale this week only at Binion's. Why pay more?
Watch Jeff Giannone.